Welcome to another beautiful day. We are at Good Samaritan Inn, and the road that you see in front of you down there is a road that takes you to Jerusalem that way, and Jericho the other way. And we are already at the Judean desert. In a way, this is one of the most important places because it's from here. It's a very steep way to the Dead Sea. Then you can understand that people are supposed to climb it up, and soon you will see Mount of Olives, and you can understand that you will see how steep it is. All right. Far away it's Mount of Olives. You can see even one of the towers. This is the Ascension Church. That's where Jesus ascended into heaven. But you can understand that first we have to go down to the valley and then to climb up. Then in that case it's not so easy. It took us, let's say, 3 days to climb up. You need to rest. Then Jericho is one of the most beautiful places and one of the oldest cities in the world, if not the oldest city in the world. But to climb here, now it's the middle of October and it's terribly hot. Look at Mount of Olives from here. Beautiful, isn't it? Then in that case, you need to rest. And this is one of the best places to stop. The Good Samaritan story, I'm sure that you know it by heart. It's from the book of Luke. We are talking about a person who had been robbed, and you found him in the street, on the way, the main road that you just saw. He was naked. He couldn't talk. They didn't know that if he's a Roman guy, a Jewish guy, a Samaritan guy. Then he was on the way to Jericho, and a rabbi from the Cohen family saw him. He was climbing up to Jerusalem. He moved to the other street at the other side of the road and continued up. Same thing with the Levi. Now, if you will tell that story to the Jews, they will say, all right, then the Israel, which is the third part of the Jews, will help him. Not according to Jesus. Jesus wanted to show us that a Samaritan who knew that it is probably not a Samaritan a guy that's lying on the street. He helped him without asking for something in return. Then, in a way, he took him to here. He paid money for that, and he continued to his way, I think, to Jerusalem, and he promised to come back to see if everything's okay. He didn't ask for anything back. And this is the story, the parable that Jesus told the Jews who asked him, what is the most important part in the Bible? To help your friend, even your enemy, to help anyone with all of your heart without asking for something else. What you are looking at is a church facing to the east, to Jericho, to the Dead Sea, from the Byzantine time, around between, let's say, 4th to 7th century. I'm standing it and in the narthex, which is right here, and let's go to the altar, and I want you to see that their church was built on top of houses from the Second Temple time. This is the altar. It's not the most beautiful mosaic floor, and those are remains of houses from Second Temple time, as probably Jewish houses. Then the church was built on top of it. It actually shows us that maybe it used to be an hotel at the time of Jesus, the time of King Herod. Today, it's a beautiful museum for mosaic floor that were found, usually in that area, belongs to the Christians, Jews, and Samaritan. Then let's visit some of them. But let me see, let me leave that place from here. Then I'm gonna jump a little bit. If I will fall, then it was my mistake. Here it is. Let's say goodbye to the ancient church. If you want to pray here, you can. But let's look at the beautiful mosaics. Most of them are mosaics floor. This is a Roman one. It's not even a Jewish, it's not even a Christian one. But here, although the sun is in our eyes, you can see beautiful mosaics floor. Oh, it's breezy. Look at that beautiful altar. The inscription, Greek. And look how beautiful it is. Are those kinds of crosses? Yes, they are. It means that that mosaics floor is before the 5th century, because after the 5th century, it wasn't allowed to add the crosses just for fun. You can see where the altar used to be, and maybe a relic was right here. I don't know of what. Look at the birds. And grape, wine, symbol of Jesus. And there's so many kinds of mosaic floor here. Look how beautiful it is. You can see the sukkah. It's the holiday of Sukkot, tabernacles. And another mosaic floor of a church, and I can tell you immediately that this is before the 5th century. I think you know exactly why. Look at the crosses here. Endless crosses. And if we're talking about that, let's look at the beautiful Jewish mosaic floor from Gaza, the city of Gaza. And a font, before that you can see a font, a Christian one. That part was underground. And look at the cross here. Water resistance, houses, you see? Yeah. Cave, that's where people actually lived at the Second Temple time. I'm always getting some comments about that. Why people lived in caves. Now, just come to here with me. It's mid of October. In most of the world, you are now freezing. And here, I'm still sweating. It's the desert. Then first of all, to live in caves is one of the best ideas. It's very cold in summertime and very hot in wintertime. Then in that case, it's a win-win situation. That the grotto of the Nativity is a cave. The house of Mary in Nazareth was a cave. And this is a synagogue that I was talking about. And what you can see here, a lot of images that tells us that it's after the 3rd century, because until then, usually they actually kept the second commandment, say, you shall have no figures. Then here it is, the inscriptions, and look at the animals here. I hope that you can see it because the sun is in my eyes and it's difficult for me to see it. There's a giraffe here, look like a zebra, and a giraffe there. The museum's got another part, and this is the air-conditioned part, thanks God. And there you can see some mosaics floor from the Samaritan part, which is there, the Jewish part, and the Christian part. Then let's go in to look for it. Look how beautiful the capitals are. From the Roman time, from Nablus. Shem. Are you ready for the air condition? Yes. Let's go to the Christian part. I don't want to be with the rest. Oh, look at them. Say hello to Ronit. Say hello to Lior. And now they will shout, "Go out!" They are studying how to repair a mosaics, ancient mosaics, and then they will tell us. Hey, you have to tell us about it later on. Yes, you will. Air condition. Look at the beautiful amber. See the Greek here. That is from there, here, but Sina. It used to be just like that. And the church was exactly like that. Very similar to the church that you saw. Now remember, we saw the ambo. There was only one corridor at our church here. And something that I really love is that look how beautiful it is. The holy object was in that box, and to touch it, they used to put something like a stick in that hole. They touched the holiness of the relic, and that's it. They didn't open it, at least not every day. And Hribitzila is around northwest of Jerusalem. Been there until the 8th century. This is one of the most important things in that room for me. It's the Paul's tombstone from the Ma'ale monastery, which is a beautiful monastery. I do have a video of it. Today it's actually in the middle of Ma'ale Adumim. And he was built by him. Then you can see his tombstone. That's how they found it in cedar. Martyrs, it's a beautiful a monastery. The tears are drinking from the water of God. All right, let me see if they remember something. Well, can you explain us what did you see?
No.
See, that is my lovely girls. Look how beautiful it is. Can I take a picture of you while you're standing on both sides of it?
What?
Of the ambo, yes. All right. Neat. Look at me like you're really happy. Yes. Excellent.
Really happy.
Shiloh. It's where they found, when the Ten Commandments used to be there until Jerusalem time. Did you visit the Samaritan part? That part. Already been there?
Yeah.
Look at David. That's from Gaza. David, in Hebrew, is playing the harp, and all the animals are listening to him. Another giraffe. And this is a replica, if I remember correctly. Like I said, Shalom al Israel, peace on Israel. You can see the menorah, the shofar, and the love, the palm branches, very, very important for the Jews. That's from Jericho. Oh, beautiful picture to take. Smile, my dears. Look how beautiful is the Samaritan. It's like the temple in Jerusalem, and now that the temple of the Samaritans, you can see the Holy of the Holy, or the entrance to the Holy of the Holy, with a curtain right here. The shofar, in a way, is one here, another one here, and the menorah is between them. Similar to Judaism, the Samaritans believe that they are the one who left in Israel after the exile of the 10 tribes. Then they see themselves as the real Israeli, and I'm not going to say no, because they're really keeping Judaism. But you know that if you're looking at the Bible, the Samaritans' relationship with the Jews weren't so good. Remember the Good Samaritan woman? In one place, Jesus said, don't go into Samaritan villages. In the other way, he actually been in Samaria itself, and the Samaritan woman realized who was Jesus, and she gave him water to drink. It's a beautiful thing. This is our Grizim, the month of Grizim. I do a lovely video of it in snow time, and you can see here the inscription of Samaritan inscription at Mount Grizim. And the beautiful thing here that you can actually, this is the real Hebrew. The Hebrew of today is more like Aramaic. It's not a real Hebrew. This is the ancient Hebrew. The Samaritans are still keeping it. And then look how beautiful this is. Now we can understand there are so many things to see in Israel. Please subscribe to my channel. If you want to help me with supporting by donation, then you can do that via Buy Me Coffee or PayPal. And the description, look at the description, you'll find it. If not, you can always write me a message and I will send you the link. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.